Hi, welcome. Today our lesson intent is understanding sample space with regards to probability. Up the top here you can see we have two die, a blue one and a red one. So all we're saying with sample space is that it is all the possible outcomes. So every single possible outcome we could get if we were to roll each of those die. In order to do this, the best way would be to do a two-way table. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's call this the blue die. And over here we'll have our red, and it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, let me just rub that out and move it up a bit. So here, this is the red die. So all of these numbers are to do with rolling the red die, and all of these numbers are the blue die. So let's say we roll the blue die first. We could actually get a 1, okay? So we could actually get a 1. We could also get a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. So this pink colour here is the first roll, which is the blue die. Okay? Then what we could do, we could actually say, okay, for the second roll, we're going to make this yellow. The second roll is the red die. So like before, we could have done a 1, which is in the pink, and then we could have actually rolled a 1 as well. So we could have rolled this one, and then when we rolled the red one, we could have rolled this. Alternatively, if we stay on this line here, 1, we can still do a 1, but we could have actually pulled up a 2, which is here. So each time we're doing 1, because that's our possible outcome here is 1, but we're actually changing it per red one. So this one will be 3. Oh, that didn't look very nice. Scribble that out. A 3, 4, 5, and a 6. Similarly below, here we've got 2. So actually let me write that in a better colour. So our first roll with the blue could always be in pink, okay? But the second one would be 2, because this is our first outcome, this is our second outcome. Third, fourth, fifth, and 6th. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 3. Change colour. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay, so I've just sped this up now. So here, what we're saying here, coming back to, let's do a highlighter this time. So what I'm saying here is that we could actually roll a 5. So say we roll a 5 the first time. And so what this number here for an example means is that the first one, the blue die, is a 5. And the second one, which is the red, is the 3. Alternatively, let's say we rolled a 3 and then we rolled a 1. Okay, so all that's saying is that the 3 is the blue die and the 1 is the red die. So that's basically all of our possible outcomes. We also refer this to theoretical probability. So this is not what actually happened, this is what theoretically could happen. Okay, so let's look at an example. Let's say I had a bag, which is right here. Let's say in that bag I had a red ace, king, queen, a jack, and a black ace, king, queen, and a jack from a packet of playing cards. If we were to do the sample size, this is how we would do it. And you could actually just write it, like list it out, but I like to do it in a two-way table because it's a bit easier. So what we could have here is, let me say, this is the red. So we could have ace, king, queen, jack. And let's say up here is our black ones. And we could have ace, king, queen, jack. Now, just draw some lines. So our sample space, or our possible outcomes, would read like this. So it would be ace, 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 ace. Let's say that's the first one we draw out. Okay, so then the second one could be an ace again, could be a king, could be a queen, could be a jack. Okay, same again. First one could be a king all the way through, or, and then we're taking this down, or it could be an ace, a king again, could be a queen, could be a jack. Okay, so here I've just fast forwarded and I've filled it out for you. So all of these are the possible outcomes we could have. Okay, so what I would like you now is have a practice yourself. So this is a you do exercise. And I want you to do this and bring it back for to show you watch the video for homework. Let's say you have a bag full of counters. Oh, let me write that a bit neater for you. Rub that out. Bag full of counters. And in this bag, you have one blue, one red, and one yellow counter. In another bag, you have, let's say you have marbles. Okay, marbles. And in that marble bag, you have one black one, one pink one, and one green one. Oh, let me fix that up so it's a bit clearer for you. I would like you to give me the sample space for the counters and the marbles. See you back in class.